your hand, please, Andrea? Andrea? Is Andrea there? Well, mark her absent.
Your Honor. The former Department of Transportation and Communications officials, Secretary Joseph Emilio Aguinaldo Abaya.
Hello, Mr. Abaya. Good morning.
It's also his first time.
Okay.
And
Go ahead.
Yusek Jose Perpetuo M. Lutilla.
Mr. Lutilla is there. All right, thank you.
Invited was Judge Fortunato Caringal, but he sent an email yesterday informing the committee that he is unable to attend because of previously scheduled hearings in his court.
All right.
ASEC Alfonso Tan, former
Mr.
Assistant
Alfonso Tan,
Secretary
where are you?
Alfonso Tan.
Alfonso Tan, where are you?
Yeah, the subpoena at testificandum was not served. The current occupant in the given address said that ASEC Tan does not reside in the said unit for already a decade. His old address.
Well, on my motion and to be seconded by another senator, I will consider him under arrest.
Yes, Your Honor. Attorney Rene Limcauco, a subpoena at testificandum was received by his employee, but he sent an email today informing the chairman that he be allowed to be excused for today's hearing, for he's going for his COVID vaccination today, and given his illness, he needs that COVID vaccination today. But he
COVID vaccination doesn't make you ill. It makes you uncomfortable for an hour, but you can come here. Would you please have your assistant call him to come over here?
Yes, I will. Richie, kindly reconnect with former attorney.
I want to finish this hearing, and anybody who delays it, I will really declare him in contempt. Go ahead.
Mr. Juanito Bukayan, that subpoena at testificandum was also not served because there was no person to receive the subpoena in the given address.
Well, he changed his address?
There was an address that we were able to obtain from his former employer, but that current address,
We'll have the National Bureau of Investigation look for him.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Mr.
Just have a special hearing for them.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Ildefonso T. Patdu Jr., former BAC member, the subpoena at testificandum was received by his daughter, Erica Danielle Patdu, yesterday. I don't know if he is already present, Your Honor. But
Is Mr. Patdu here? Well, same order. You know what to do, Director General. Go ahead and do it.
Yes, Your Honor. From the Commission on Audit, the representatives are Attorney Marabe, Ridgeway Marabe, Attorney Daniel Rusao Pan, Attorney Melissa San Miguel Salunga, Miss Nenita Talion, Attorney Racel Cabantud, and Miss Emily Gardose.
I see two people, the one with the beard, Attorney Daniel Ross. Thank you for coming. And at the same time, Nenita Talion. Who's the other one? The other two. That is Melissa
Salunga.
Thank you for coming. And one more is not here.
Marabe, Your Honor.
Well, can the CEO, COA, please call your colleague, Attorney Marabe, to come over?
Your Honor, I'm the one who substituted Attorney Marabe for attending this hearing, Your Honor.
Excuse me. Very garbled.
Attorney Marabe is not available, Your Honor. I was the one who was sent by him to attend this hearing.
What is Attorney Marabe in COA?
He is our head of the division chief, Your Honor.
And the head doesn't want to show up here? Is he that important?
He sent me, Your Honor.
Well, he should ask permission. Can you write him a letter right away and text him, please?
I will notify him, Your Honor.
What is the gentleman speaking?
Attorney Rosaupan, Your Honor.
Well, can you ask him, because we need him to really verify certain things that they found out. Mr. Tan,
Yes,
can
Your
you
Honor.
call him? He's not gonna take a ride. He's gonna be on a TV. So that should not be a problem. That's the beauty of having this TV meetings. So please call him. Go ahead. I'll take note of that. That if he doesn't show up, I will declare him in contempt also. We cannot be conducting hearings just because postponing hearings because people are not here. Go ahead.
Your Honor, from the Office of the Ombudsman, Attorney Asariman Rafanan. I'm trying to check whether he already has.
He's here. He's here. Thank you, Attorney Rafael.
Good
My
morning, Your Honor.
compliments.
I'm also with the
With my
Attorney
compliments to the
Christian
ombudsman.
Uy.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, Your Honor,
Good.
and Attorney Christian Uy, two representatives of the Office of the Ombudsman.
Thank you, Mr. Uy. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
From the LTO, Assistant Secretary Edgar Galvante.
Morning, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Secretary Calvante.
Attorney Romeo Veracruz, Executive Director.
Is he here? Romeo Veracruz? There.
I'm
Okay.
here. Good morning, sir.
You manifest by raising your hand and raising your voice, Romy.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Attorney Mercy Jane Parasleines.
Is she
Good
there?
morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, sir.
Thank you, thank you, Ms. Lanes.
Victor Emmanuel Kaindek, Regional Director, LTO Region 7.
Thank you, Mr.
Good morning,
Kaindek.
Mr. Chair.
Good morning.
Asuncion Maningas, Chief Accountant.
Of which one? LTO or
Of LTO, Your Honor.
is the overly careful Attorney Maningas or Maningas pala yan? Is he here?
Good morning, sir.
Where are you?
Sir, here I am.
Will you raise your hand, please?
Yes,
Show
sir.
your lovely face. I don't see you.
Sir, good morning.
Can you show your TV screen, please? Open your TV screen. Asuncion.
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
I know you're there, but your face is not
Bakit
being
hindi
shown.
ako? Kasi ano nga, hindi ako marunong.
Well,
Naka-video naman ako.
ignorance of operating a computer is no excuse.
Ano naman.
Magpaturo ka dyan sa katabi mo. Pipindutin mo lang yung button mo. Go ahead, please.
And from
Sheila Rodriguez, is she
Sheila
there?
Rodriguez, Accountant 2.
Nakikita naman nga eh. Bakit hindi ako makita?
Is Sheila Rodriguez there? All right.
Your
I see
Honor.
her name. I see her name, but I don't see her face. Sheila, are you there?
Nakaya.
Are you there, Sheila? Okay, marker absent.
From the Philippine National Police, Your Honor, Police General Dibold Sinas is here, Your Honor.
Thank you, General Sinas. Are you there?
Good morning,
Yes, thank
sir.
you.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Thank
And
you.
with him, sir, is Police Captain Jessica Maria Mamuri, assisting him.
Jessica Muli, are you there?
Mamuri.
Mamuri. Can you show your face, please?
Sir, Your Honor.
You don't have a face?
I have, sir.
Can you show your face?
Yes, sir.
Press the button that says,
Yes, sir. I'm trying to, sir.
wala eh. Okay, never mind. So you go ahead.
From the Bureau of Internal Revenue, Attorney Bernardino Paul Somera, Chief Regional Investigation Division,
Thank you.
13 Cebu.
Mrs. Sumera, are you there?
I'm present, sir.
Raise your hand, please. Okay, one with the glasses and the beard. Okay, next.
Attorney Roy Sean Pancinco, Law and Legislative Division of the BIR.
Present, Your Honor.
Thank you. Wala bang piso? Panitan 5 lang kayo?
Wala, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Next.
From joint venture of Columbia Technologies and UCH, Mr. Marcelino Vidal Jr. and Mr. Marcos Justo.
Mr. Vidal, is that you?
Yes, sir.
And Mr.
Justo, Marcos Justo.
Marco Susto. This is a Spanish gentleman, right?
Oh, Senor Marcos Justo.
Yes, my chair.
Buenos dias. And PPI-JKG, Martin Harnick.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here.
Good morning. And Trojan, Giovanni Tan.
Good morning. Hi. Good morning, sir.
Where are you?
Here.
You want to raise your hand? Giovanni?
Yes.
Mr. Giovanni Tan.
Oh, there.
There you go.
Mr. Chair.
All right. And then
Those
go
are-
ahead.
Those are the persons present, Your Honor, today.
Thank you. Is that it?
Yes, Your Honor. And for those who are here for the first time, it is requested, may we request you to raise your right hand for the oath.
Please make it record that who raises their hand because I don't want anybody to say I did not raise my hand.
Attorney, one moment. Sir.
Giovanni Tan has not raised his hand.
Carl Olivar is a first timer. Secretary Abaya is a first timer.
All right.
Mr. Giovanni Tan is a first timer.
Yes.
Kindly raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
The lady policeman has not raised her hand. I don't remember her being here. Paano ba eh? Marmuri?
Mamuri, Captain Mamuri, Your Honor.
Ms. Namburi, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor. This is not my first time to appear in
Can you go behind General Sinas?
Sir,
No, General Sinas is already raised his hand. I'm talking about Captain Namuri, General. Is he there with you?
sir,
Your Honor, Captain Mamuri has been sworn before. This is not her
All
first
right,
time.
okay, it's not corrected then.
Yes, sir.
All right, we shall now proceed with the previously suspended hearing and continue the suspended hearing, hopefully to its fruition. Welcome to our sixth and perhaps last hearing, perhaps, on our inquiry on a part of the non-implementation of Republic Act 11235, also known as the Motorcycle Crime Prevention Act. And we have had many hearings on the subject matter, and I think we may be ready to close and issue our committee report. So kindly, please answer as candidly as you can, but only on the issue of license plates delayed completion of delivery to the driving public. The first hearing was conducted on 8 February, 16 February, 22 February, 2nd March, February, practically every week. And then we had 2 weeks, 3 weeks where we didn't meet on the 5th hearing, March 18, 2021. And now this has been the farthest, 1 month. We still will investigate and hear the other issues on 11235. The command center implementation, which is very, very important, central to making sure that we can catch people who are malefactors using motorcycle as a weapon to kill, to steal, and to carnap. Ang paggamit ng motor sa pagpatay ay tinuturing na isa sa mga aggravating circumstances sa revised penal code. At ito ay naging special law sa pamamagitan ng RA 11235, dinagdagan ng penalty. Sa madaling sabi, kaya nitong pataasin ang hatol sa akusado, naging reclusion temporal ang homicide, murder goes up to maximum period of life. If there is a death penalty, then death. Kahit na mas mataas ang parusa sa riding in tandem, ang tanong, may nahuhuli na ba? That is best addressed with the PNP. Ayon sa pagtatala ng aming mga staff mula sa ulat lamang ng mga balita, ito ang mga tala ng mga biktima na riding in tandem as of April 16, 2021. Total victim count is 107, patay 84, injured hindi napuruhan 21, unhurt 2. Actually, it's already 108. There was another one yesterday. Breakdown, civilian 6 na po. So the civilians are not safe. And then you have police officers, 11. ang patay. Government official, 16. Government employee, 8. Pati teacher, hindi pinapatawad, 1. Unionist, 1 sa harapan pa ng kanyang anak. Businessman, 4. Engineer, 1. Farmer, 2. Pati pare, hindi pinapatawag. Noong mga nakaraang taon, may mga pare. Ngayon taon, umpisa pa lang ng January, mayroon na tayo isang paring pinatay. Hindi ko pa sinasama yung ibang mga pinatay. 2 lawyer. So ang total na 107 plus the one yesterday, it is a total of 108. Ayon sa datos ng PNP, ito na ang mga krimen na nagawa ng motorcycle riding suspects. Murder, homicide, physical injuries, rape, robbery, carnapping ng motorsiklo, carnapping ng motor vehicle, at saka theft. In 2016, ang murder 2,452 hanggang 2021 umabot na ngayon ng 7,123. Sa loob ng 5 taon, 7,000 ang namamatay. Total incidents, 19,277. Homicide, sasama nyo na yan siguro sa mga murder kung talagang 2,422. Physical injuries, kasama na rin siguro yan dahil hindi napuruhan, 3,437. Rape, 171. Robbery, 5,332. Carnapping of motor vehicles, 58. Carnapping of motorcycle, 1,173. Theft, 1,561. Yung mga naghahablot ng mga wallet, ng mga cellphone. Matagal ko na pinaglalaban ang Motorcycle Crime Prevention Act. Hindi lang bilang senador, minungkahi ko na ito noong pang 17th Congress, and as mayor, mabagsik talaga ako sa mga gumagamit ang motor vehicle at ginagamit ang gabi para pumatay ng tao. On 17 September 2016, SB 1128 was filed by yours truly. On 15 March 2017, a committee report was filed and sponsored. On 25 July 2017, we approved it on third reading sa Senado. Ano yun? Date. On 9 October 2018, substitute bill was filed on the House. 11 November 2018, approved on the third House. On 13 December 2018, BICAM report ratified by the Senate. On 21 January 29, BICAM report ratified by House. On March 8, 2019, 11235 passed, signed by the President. On 11 May 20, or about 3 months later, ang IRR was finally signed. Pero para saan ang batas? Tinatanong ko kayong lahat, kung hindi ipapatupad, yung mga tiga-justice, alam nyo na ang daming batas na hindi pinapatupad. Tama po ba yan? Marami tayong batas na ginagawa, hindi naman pinatutupad. From smuggling to illegal possession of firearms to killings. Tama po ba yan? Mr. Sambedadin. Please answer.
Mr. Chair, ako po ba yung...
Yes, ikaw din eh. Yebra.
Yes, Mr. Chair, based on data, marami pong batas na hindi na-i-implement.
So it's woeful na ang sitwasyon natin hindi ini-implement yung mga batas, tama? And people get away laughing all the way to the bank or enjoying the fruits of their nefarious activities of killing people. Under Section 17 of RA 11235, LTO only has a non-extendable period of 90 days, 90 araw from the effectivity of the Act to issue implementing rules and regulations ng 11235. However, it was passed, signed by the President on March 8, 2019. It was uploaded in the official Gazette on March 14, 2019, pursuant to law. Under Article 2 of the Civil Code, laws take effect after 15 days following their publication in the official Gazette. Following Article 11235, IRR should have been released around July 2019. However, it was not released until May 11, 2020. So makatuwid taon ang inabot bago na pa-release ang IRR. That's a violation of law. Would that be correct, Mr. Yebra?
Chair, tama po. May violation po.
Malaking violation, di ba? Halos isang taon. Under Section 19 of RA 11235, plates compliant with the Act should be released by December 31, 2019. However, until now, LTO is yet to release the license plates. Paunti-unti lang, to be fair, ang nare-release. Hindi naman lahat nare-release, pero pakunti-kunti lang ang nare-release. Bakit ba hindi mapatupad ang batas? Baka akala nyo yun lang batas na hinahabol ko na itong plakang ito na nilabas ng LTO na may sticker sa likod na hindi kasi laki ng television na sinasabi ng iba ay dapat napa-implement na. Ganyan lang kalaki ang plaka, madaling makita sa dilim, madaling makita sa araw, hindi na i-implement. Ang tanong ko, bakit hindi na i-implement? At pagkatapos pinagkalat pa ng mga salbahe na itong plaka ng ito ay makakadisgrasya. Mr. LTO, Mr. Yebra, all of you from LTO, makakadisgrasya ba yung plaka na nilagay natin na bago?
Hindi po, Your
What
Honor.
is your answer?
No, Your
Makakabuti ba
Honor.
yan sa paghuli ng masasamang loob?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Para masettle lang yung issue na masama raw sa ginawa natin na batas sapagkat baka tamaan raw sila ng plakang lumilipad. At ang pumayag tayo ay magkakaroon na lang ng sticker na ganyan para sa harap, meron tayong mahuhuli sa harap na naandun yung numero. Tama po ba yan? Mr. LTO? Tama po yan, di po ba?
Tama po yun.
Okay. Hindi mapatupad ang batas. Hindi ko malaman kung bakit. We keep on bungling up our plates contract. 10 taon na tayong walang bagong plates. Dalawang kapalpakan yan ng dalawang administrasyon. Una, administrasyon ni President Aquino. Hindi naman siya nakikialam dyan. Pero ang nakialam dyan ay si Secretary Abayan na kababayan ko pa sa Cavite. First in our motor vehicle plate standardization program. Good program during the Aquino administration. However, in its implementation, palpak. Sumabog, wala nangyari because of monopoly, regulatory capture in the present administration ba yan? O nakaraang administrasyon. Binigay natin sa isang gumagawa ng plaka na tila hindi na kayanan gawin yung plaka. That has been proven. Tapos gusto natin na maayos ang plate system sa ilalim ng Motor Vehicle Plate Standardization Program pero lalong gumulo. And what is the result? Ayon sa ulat ng COA, ito na ang mga nag-deliver at di nag-deliver ng plaka as of December 31, 2020. Marami pa rin hindi na di-deliver na plaka kaya ba nakuha kayo na ba ang plaka ninyo? Ang tanong ko sa publiko. Maraming hindi pa nakakakuha ng plaka, tumingin lang kayo sa publiko, walang nakikitang bagong plaka halos. At yan ay malaking kasalanan sa taong bayan. Next. In the year 2014, contract year, ang deliver ng motor vehicle plates sa malalaking auto, 2,314,139 or 58%. Ang undelivered ay 1,672,549 or 41.95%. Ang kumontrato dyan ay PPI, JKG Philippines Incorporated. At hanggang ngayon, hindi pa nakukompleto yan, kung di ako nagkakamali. Yes? You want to raise your hand? You want to speak, raise your hand. 2017 motor vehicle, 1,774,474. I am not recognizing anybody yet. Please raise your hand and identify yourself. (2017) 100%. Mukhang okay. Trojan computer na ang gumawa noon. 2018, motorcycle, 1,823,000 ang na-deliver. 100% kuno. 2019, motorcycle, 1,845,307. 70% kuno ang na-deliver. Ang delivered is 785,693 or almost 30%. Undelivered quantities for both motor vehicles and motorcycles is 2,024,200. Tama po ba yan, Secretary Galvante?
Your Honor.
Sir? Ano sagot?
Yes,
Opo,
yes.
hindi.
Yes, Your Honor. Tama po.
Tama. Galing sa inyo ito, di ba?
Your Honor.
Galing sa COA. Galing sa COA ito. Natapos na ang dating administrasyon at matatapos na ang kasalukuyang administrasyon, hanggang ngayon wala pa rin tayong sapat na plaka. Tama yan. Hindi pa din naayos ang suliranin ito na pinanggagalingan ng madaming krimen. Maraming pinapatay, maraming ninanakawan ng mga motorsiklo o maraming ninanakaw na kotse o kaya motorsiklo. Kung hindi nga ngayon maayos, kailan pa? Hintayin pa ba natin mas lalo pang madaming mamamatay? Ilan pa? Libo-libo bago masolusyonan ito? Kung hindi kaya ng mga namumuno sa ito ang kasalukuyan, sabihin na at nang maghanap na tayo ng mga tao makakapagpatupad ng batas pagkatapos ipakulong kayong lahat na hindi napagawa. Yan tungkulin ninyo. Lumalabas po ng ensapador ang pamahalaan kasi ang tao pinilit silang magbayad ng plaka. Saka makakikita. We paid for the plates and they did not get it. 2 beses pero wala pa rin silang tinanggap na plaka. That is a fact. Sa pagtataya ng aming committee sa isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit nangyayari ito ay baka dahil may habit sa LTO na nagtatag ng monopolyo tulad ng natalakay na natin na mere dose. Anong pakialam ng isang private organization katulad ng manufacturers, assemblers, importers, resellers, dealers, and other entities without permission from the legislator na payagan ng LTO na magtayo sila ng monopolya sa kontrata ng mga plaka sa pamamagitan ng proprietary nation di umano ng kanilang order management system. Dahil sa proprietary nature ng order management system, wala nang ibang contractor na halos pwedeng magtagumpay na makapag-bid dahil proprietary ang order management system sa dating bidder. Kung di ako nagkakamali, Stratcom yun. Trojan. Maling-mali. At pangalawa, talaga hindi nyo binibigay yung plaka dahil iniipit yung ating mga installment. BIR, magising naman kayo. Nagbabayad ng installment pero hindi nyo alam. Alam nyo ba yan? Mr. BIR? Mr. Ross? Hindi. Mr. Tansinko?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alam nyo?
Yes, Your Honor. That is why...
Pwede bang habulin nyo lahat yan?
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, there's an
Madaling habulin
ongoing...
nga. May papel, may paper trail, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you will be ordered under the report of this hearing na habulin nyo lahat yung hindi nagbayad ng installment sa motorsiklo.
Yes, Your
Sa
Honor.
taxes.
Yes, Your
Tama?
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Oh. That is your commitment.
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, there's an ongoing audit, Your Honor.
Oh, present progressive ang gobyerno. Dapat pag nag-report kayo dito, ang nahuli namin to, 2 milyon na. Hindi yun, there is an ongoing audit. Luma na yan, hindi namin pinakikialaman. Pinapaniwalaan yan dito, lalo na ang inyong abang lingkod.
Yes, Your Honor.
Itong monopolyo na ito ay tinatawag natin na regulatory capture. Do you know what that means?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that?
Basically, Your Honor, whatever data that the regulatory agencies are able to acquire, we will be using it as part of our investigation.
It is a situation where the regulatory arms of the government, whether legislature or executive, have been preempted by the power groups to be able to dictate upon them what they will do to the benefit of these power groups. Do you understand it now?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for that, Your Honor.
Even us, pag humingi ka ng pera sa mga nangangampanya kami, binigyan kami ng pera, may utang na loob kami doon, regulatory capture kami. Pero kung ito, bawat nagre-rehistro, merong kaltas, ang LTO o sino man dyan, regulatory captured sila. Because habang tumatagal, marami sila nakahataw na pera. Tama ba yan?
Yes, Your Honor. Correct, Your Honor.
At hindi binabayaran ng buwis.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes kayo na yes, pero wala kayong ginagawa. Hindi ko kayo titigilan hanggang masigilin nyo yan.
Yes, Your Honor. We understand, Your Honor, the sentiments of this committee.
Okay. Regulatory capture is a form of government failure where those bodies regulating industries become sympathetic. Anong sympathetic? Become captured to the businesses they are supposed to be regulating. Regulatory capture can mean monopolies can continue to charge high prices to the detriment and great disadvantage of the people. Kung bibili ka ng motorsiklo, gusto nila cash o installment? bibigay sila ng installment. Ayaw nila ng cash. Mas mahaba ang kita nila doon. Pero palalabasin nila, binayaran sila. So, niloko na tayo. Tama? Ross?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yun, alamin nyo. The opposite of regulatory capture is public interest theory. The idea that government regulation can influence monopolies to behave in the public interest. Sundin nyo ang batas at kayo ay walang problema. Pero hindi nyo sinunod ang batas, dapat sisibaking kayo ng batas. Tama po ba yan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Secretary Galvante,
Yes, Your Honor.
meron na ba kayo sinibak? Wala pa. According to a recent case, LTO already rendered a decision in 2 of the cases Mr. Kaindek filed against Des Strong. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. We issued the decision on submitted document. And we penalized the hearing this dealer, Your Honor.
How much was he penalized for?
If I remember correctly, Your Honor, 100,000 for the 3 decided cases, Your Honor.
So nakakuha tayo ng 300,000. Pero libo-libo yung nakalusot sa kanya. Tama po ba yan?
Nari po, Your Honor.
So ang BIR dapat habulin na kagad yan. Tama po ba yan, Mr. BIR?
Yes, Your Honor.
Magtulong-tulong kayo ng LTO at saka BIR. Alright?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You're all under oath and I'm going to write that down in my committee report. Mr. Kaindek, tatlo lang ba nahuli mo?
Mr. Chair, we already submitted to the NBI Region 7, apart from the 18 show cause orders and the other reports that we have gathered, including the tinatawag na reports galing sa mga kliyente na nagreklamo, Your Honor. So we have submitted to NBI 7, sir, for request for investigation of all the records that we have also forwarded to BIR, sir.
Well, all I have to say is go after them and don't let them get away with it.
Thank you,
Because
sir.
pagka hindi na nagbayad yan, gagamitin yan sa pagpatay ng tao. Tama ba yan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I hope. You agree with that? In your own heart and soul? In your heart of hearts, nagagamit yan sa pagpatay ng tao?
Yes, sir.
Pag-iibayuhin natin mabuwag ang regulatory capture sa gobyerno sa pamamagitan ng pagsisiwalat ito. Pananagutan natin ang may sala. Katulad na halimbawa, ayon sa datos ng PNP, ito na ang mga krimen na nagawa ng motorcycle riding suspects. I think I've already mentioned this. And therefore, kailangan maisagawa natin lahat ang kailangan gawin. And now we will continue with the case, with our hearings. With your permission, everybody. So you can see the black hand of criminal elements have taken over part of the LTO, part of the BIR, because if you sleep on your job, people get away with it. Can we agree on all of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
Who's
Your
that?
Honor.
Thank you. I heard LTO, I heard BIR. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So you know what your job is. This is a country in need of so much money because we're spending so much on the so-called ayuda. Ang naayudahan natin yung mayayaman. And we cannot do that. Yes. Who is that? Did anybody speak? If none, I will now ask the questions. Our hearing should be about the shenanigans in LTO, DOTR, on the matter of the place, on the killings, and the absence up to now of a command center. That is in the law. But I will go back to the time of Secretary Abaya, when they came out with an order to standardize, which I think is a very good position to take. But unfortunately, Secretary Abaya, how can you order a bidding when you do not have sufficient money? You're a lawyer, and you know that that is not allowed.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Good morning.
At the time, it was under the BAC who commenced the procurement. And as a part of the procedure, the BAC asked LTO if coordination was made with DBM, if Mayowa was required. As reported to me later on, and the minutes of the BAC reflected that after coordination with DBM, LTO reported to the BAC that no Mayowa was required as required by DBM. We then proceeded, and there were two reasons why DBM said no Mayowa was required. First is that plate making is a organic activity of LTO, and it is funded annually. And second, just in case there would be need for additional funds, the LTO could tap a special provision under the General Appropriations Act to use the use of income or use of savings fund. So these were the justifications given, Your Honor, by DBM and informed LTO no Mayowa was required. From there, the BAC proceeded with the procurement, Mr. Chair.
Blaming the BAC. The way I take it from it, you're blaming the BAC and you're blaming the DBO, the DBM. Is that correct?
No, Your Honor, I am not blaming the BAC. I'm merely reporting what the BAC reported to me. And at that moment in time, I think they were fully compliant with law, and DBM was informing us that no Mayowa was required at that point in time, Your Honor.
No what?
No multi-year obligation allotment was required then, Your Honor.
You know, I've been in government for a long time, and the most difficult part of government is to get clearance from the DBM. But I'm surprised. No Mayowa is required for such a tremendous amount of money. I cannot believe that. I will call DBM on that one. Because what happened was the COA stopped you, did it not?
Yes, Your Honor, but eventually COA lifted their notice
No,
of...
never mind the eventually. The COA stopped you, and then probably, and I'm just surmising, I have no basis for this, the Supreme Court allowed it because may ipit ang tao. Magtatagal na walang plaka. Pero sinabi nila, we are not a trier of facts in the decision of Jacomil versus Abaya. Since we are not a trier of facts, therefore the suggestion is there should be another case filed in the lower court to determine whether, in fact, an infraction of the law, a violation of the law, was in fact committed. That is my impression. We both studied the same law. And the commission of audit, correct me if I'm wrong, the couple of people are there, and I quote, the prosecution and litigation office of legal services sector is hereby directed to forward this decision and the records of the case to the office of the ombudsman. The ombudsman is there, right? Who's the name of the ombudsman? Rapanan. Mr. Rapanan, are you listening?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sound out, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rapanan, if you're listening, and it says submitted to the ombudsman for investigation and filing of appropriate cases against the responsible LTO officials and other persons in view of the irregularities and violations of the procurement law as found by the SC and for other offenses by the Supreme Court, and for other offenses as may be appropriate. And then it proceeds on and says, further, the audit team leader and the supervising auditor are hereby directed to conduct an in-depth audit of the subject transactions, including technical inspection of the motor vehicle license plates, and are hereby authorized to seek the assistance of other government agencies and or technical experts as may be necessary in the conduct of the audit. So the watchdog of the country, the audit department, says you were illegally procuring it. And even if the Supreme Court says that, it had a colotilla that says it is subject to the review of a lower court because the Supreme Court, as we both know, is not a trier of fact. Now, I don't know what got into your mind and what got in the mind of the LTO and the BDO on the basis of what the Bureau of the Budget, the BM, says, susundin natin kahit na baluktot. Baluktot yan eh. Sir? There cannot be any good faith here because you have the COA, you have the Supreme Court. Pinababalik sa lower court, the COA says, regardless of what the Supreme Court says, they paid attention to that, follow the irregularities as pointed out by the Supreme Court. So there is no reason why you can justify this situation. Why and how?
Well, Your Honor.
What's that explanation?
Well, Your Honor, during that time when the notice of award was signed, there was a provision in the GAA, the General Appropriations Act of 2013, that a MAYOA was required only before the signing of contract. At that time, we have not signed the contract. By that time, we asked for a MAYOA from DBM, and there was some discussion on legal issues. It was then that we took the effort of going to the DOJ for an arbitration case on what procedure should be followed. At that time, likewise, we were directed them to include the necessary fund in the incoming 2014 General Appropriations Act, which we did, as DBM directed us. It was there that the Supreme Court ruled that or the petition was dismissed under the Jacomile case, further dismissed under an MR on Jacomile, and then a case saying that the procurement was constitutional, Your Honor.
I will help you. The Supreme Court said, all right, okay na ito, pero may irregularities and that should be tried by the lower court. Is that correct? Would you agree with me on that?
Yes, Your Honor, it was mentioned. Some are saying it is obiter, but I leave it to...
That is not obiter. That is an order that we are not a trier of facts. That's a statement of fact. We all know that the Supreme Court is not a trier of fact, and that means anybody can now say, I'll bring it to the lower court and examine this, right?
I agree, Your Honor, that the Supreme Court is not a trier of fact, Your Honor.
Well, we both agreed on that. I'm not trying to prosecute you. I'm just trying to find out where the mistakes occur so they won't recur again. And then this was later cured by the succeeding budget when you were provided the budget to continue with the program, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
See, I'm not trying to press anybody here, but the point was there was a mistake that caused the delay, right? Kahit na sabihin mo tama yung ginawa nyo, nag-umpisa ng delay yung pagkakuha nung hindi kayo nagpabig kayo nang walang pera. Tama o hindi?
Tama, Your Honor, dahil nagkaroon ng usapan
na malaking delay. Just answer my question. Nagkaroon ng delay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kaya walang plaka. Hindi po ba? Walang plaka. Na halos 2 taon. Correct?
Actually, Your Honor, na-delay yung notice to proceed na mga 7 buwan. Pagkatapos po nun, ay natuloy at nag-deliver na po ang JKG.
Whether it's 7 months or 2 years, which is debatable, the plates were not delivered.
Napigilan na lang po kami nung lumabas ang COA ng notice of suspension at notice of disallowance at kami po ay sumunod sa utos ng COA.
You know, the crime cannot be forgiven through ratification dahil malinaw na binayolate niya yung law na walang pera, no appropriation, no expenditure. And that was what happened. Hindi ni-ratify ng court yun. Sinabi lang, we're not a trier of fact. But sometimes the court engages in judicial statesmanship and says, tuloy nyo na, pero you will still be liable because we're not a trier of fact, then the lower court should study it. That is my take on that. Now, I will not go further on that because I don't want to go back and forth to deny it, and I think the record speaks for itself. Now, afterwards, let me just go and point out, yung back ninyo ang nag-deliver niya. You have a lawyer from CCIP there by the name of Mr. Lutilla. Hindi nyo ba in-advisean yung inyong Secretary of Transportation na walang pera? Tinuloy nyo pa rin? Mr. Lutilla.
Sir, I submitted, sir, a letter dated
I know,
March
in order to repeat
24th.
that, I read it.
Yes, sir.
Practically what you've been saying all along.
Yes, sir. It explains the
difference.
circumstances.
No difference. I've already said what you said. You cannot hide behind that. That's what I'm saying. You should have protected your secretary. You should have protected the government's interest more importantly. And there would have been no delay. And because of that delay, there were no plate numbers. And can it be said, therefore, that because there were no plate numbers, Governor Abaya and Mr. Lutilla na pinapara yung mga tao sa gitna ng kalye at hinahanapan sila ng rehistro ng kanilang plaka? Answer the question. Very simple question.
With respect, sir, I submit that what we did was legally correct, sir.
Well, you can say that you're blue in the face, but what I'm asking you is very simple. Your delay, whether it's legal or illegal, caused suffering to the public. And to my mind, I serve the public. I'm a representative of the Filipino people. And what happens is, pag may hinuli, na-prejudice sila. Pag hinuli sila, huli sila sa Cavite, dadalhin pa sila sa Batangas. Meron kaming testimony dyan. So that means you prejudice the people. Pinahirapan nyo ang tao. Dapat nag-iingat ang gobyerno na hindi papahirapan ang tao. Ang gobyerno natin, madalas pahirapan ang tao. Pag kukuha ka ng lisensya, napakahirap. Kung kukuha ka ng certification of registration, napakahirap. Kung magpapa-annotate ka, napakahirap. Paikutin ka, palakalakarin ka sa butas ng karayom. Yan ang inaangal ng tao. There is no speed. There is no sense of urgency on the part of the government. When I was mayor, walang delay. Bayad ka agad. Nang nagkamali ka, huliin kita. Dito, dumadaan sa butas ng karayom. Now, because of that, when the Duterte administration took over, another contractor took over. Right? This time, this was Trojan, Forest Manufacturing Corporation, and J.H. Tom G's East GmbH and Company KG. Pangalan na lang, may hilo ka na eh. This is on September 13, 2017. Is Trojan there? I think Trojan is there, right?
Yes, sir.
Or is he still in Troy with the horse? Trojan, are you there?
Yes. Yes,
Giovanni,
yes, sir.
pumasok kayo, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Nakagawa ba kayo ng plaka kagad? Ang public bidding
Yes,
kayo,
sir.
November 6, December 17, November 2018. Tatlong bidding yan.
Yes,
Ang
sir.
contract, nung una, 998 million. Yung second contract, 523.8 million. In third contract, 643 million. In public bidding on November 6, another 490 million. The award was given 2017, 2019 October, August 24, 2020, and December 7, 2020. The notice to proceed was given December 11, 2017. November 11 for the second contract 2019. For the third, September 22, 2020. For the fourth, December 17, 2020. Delivery schedule was 285 upon receipt of the notice to proceed. Well, did that happen?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure? You're under
sir.
oath.
Yes, sir.
And then 150 CD upon receipt of NTP. Ano yung CD? Calendar days. Yung sa November 6, 2018. Nagawa ba yan?
Yes, sir.
150 CD upon receipt of NTP sa December 17.
Yes, sir. We were able to deliver, sir.
About to deliver. So you have not delivered.
No, no. No, we have completed delivery of 2017 MV. We have completed delivery of 2018 MC. We were able to complete delivery of 2019 MC.
And November 6, 2020, have you delivered?
Excuse me, sir, Chairman. What's the question?
November 6, 2020, na-deliver nyo na yun.
We basically the third MC, we basically start delivering this month.
So ginagawa pa lang. What is the date today? April 19, 2021. 29, April 2021. You're delayed, right? Yes or no?
Sir Chairman, we start delivering, so that's 90 days. So basically we got the NTP by basically December.
My question to you, sir, is when you start delivering, when do you finish? When do you complete? Madali mag-deliver, pero pag hindi nyo na kompleto, bali wala.
Sir Chairman, we only deliver supplies, okay? So by third quarter we should complete all the delivery, Sir Chairman.
I'm talking about November 20.
Yes, by basically third quarter we should be completed already.
When is the third quarter? So in other words, delayed lahat. So again, the people are inconvenienced, right? Kawawa na naman tao, hindi sila makakuha ng plaka. Tama? Di ba pagka hindi kayo nakadeliver, may penalty kayo? LTO, what is the penalty for these people pag hindi nakadeliver on time? LTO.
Yes, Your Honor.
O ano penalty nila? Hindi sila nakaka-deliver on time.
Now it's every May, June, July. We should complete by July.
Nandito ka tapos sila matutulog. Basta may penalty kayo, right? Hindi pa kayo napapatungan ng penalty. Hindi naman pwede magdi-deliver ka tapos hindi mo kukumpleto yung delivery mo. I am not going to waste my time by you nangangapa. Dapat alam mo yan. Kung aarap ka rito, dapat alam mo ang sagot. Kung hindi mo alam ang sagot because talaga hindi ka naka-deliver. I'm trying to be nice. It's hard to be nice kasi pagka kayo, hindi kayo forthright sa answer. Mabagsik ako doon. Pero kung matino ko yun, papatawa pa ako, I'll be happy to know you, I'll shake your hands, I'll be nice to you. But if you're not answering me and you're evasive, I really get upset. Let the record show that they cannot even show how much they were fined. Director General Rudy Kimbo. Director Kimbo, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor, I'm here. I'm listening, sir.
You're not. You're listening, but I want the record to state that they cannot answer.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. It will be reflected, Your Honor.
I know it's going to be reflected in the record, but take note in the decision. We'll have to put that out. Now, let me ask another
Yes, Your Honor.
question. Did Trojan force Martin? Is Martin here? Raise your hand, Martin. Martin,
Yes, hello, I'm here. Your
did you
Honor,
force a certain Martin of JKG to cause Uch to misrepresent? Martin, what's the answer?
to whom, can you repeat the question, please?
I'm asking you, did Trojan force you of JKG to cause Uch to misrepresent?
Yes, because I was
Is that
under
yes?
duress
Yes?
issue.
Is the answer yes?
Yes.
What did they cause you to misrepresent?
I was forced to misrepresent that which stole our digital signatures because they had locked me out of the system so that I could not access the system and the OMS anymore.
So they asked you to misrepresent the deliveries. Is that correct?
Not the deliveries.
Or which one then?
No, only the digital signatures that was supposed to be using. But it had nothing to do with the deliveries.
The signatures. What did the signature represent then?
The digital signature was unique for the OMS, and it was only a Trojan Tunius who was able to generate the digital signature to be used by the LTO at that time.
Are you saying that there was falsification, therefore, in your signature?
No, I was talking about the digital signatures on the car license plates and the motorcycle license plates. The digital signature.
Well, why did they have to force you to misrepresent? What did you misrepresent? Please open your mouth because my Dutch is not that good.
I'll try. The UCH was using for testing one of our digital signatures used for testing, and they asked me to write a letter to the LTO that these signatures were stolen by UCH. And I had to do this because I was cut off from the supply of the digital signatures, so I was not able to deliver any more plates to the LTO.
So that was an untrue statement that they made you sign to misrepresent.
That is correct, yes.
That is falsification. That is prevarication. Isn't that correct?
That is correct, yes. And
why did you not say it's not falsification? It is falsification. They're forcing you to write something that is not true.
That was the only way to continue to deliver plates to the LTO.
Well, that's your problem. You wanted to do business with them and you were willing to falsify and you were under the gun, correct?
That is correct.
You were intimidated. Otherwise, you would not get the business, correct?
Correct, yes.
If you did not sign, you have no business, correct?
Correct.
And you have egg all over your face when you go back to Netherlands.
Probably.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
But they can always make cheese out of the egg on your face, right?
Right.
Thank you. Now, to Haring, in the last hearing, he said Tonjes has stopped you from supplying digital signature. Who is your new supplier now? Mr. Haring?
We cooperate with UCH now because we had time to develop our own digital signatures. In cooperation with UCH in Germany.
Then why did LTO allow to Secretary Calvante, why did LTO allow UCH in supplying digital signatures to JKG when it has already terminated UCH contract before? You did terminate the contract of UCH before. Is that correct, Martin? Your contract was terminated, right?
Not our contract. The contract with Uch was terminated, but probably
Where's Justo?
Mr. Marcos
Justo?
can explain
Justo,
that.
was the contract terminated?
Yes, Your Honor.
Of which to confirm?
Yes, Your Honor, I confirm.
So it was terminated.
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
why did
it was terminated.
LTO allow Uch to sign again? To deliver? Stony silence again.
At the moment, Uch is not delivering any plates.
And the real part of the measure, and I'll talk to all of you, including our Spanish friend, our Dutch friend. Kaya patuloy ang monopoly. The reason why the monopoly continues is because of the proprietary nature of the DIGSIG, digital signature provision ownership na yan. And because of that, it is very difficult for others to participate. The arrangement in LTO is such that they allow monopoly to continue to exist. That is my conclusion. Would that be correct? I can see you nodding your head, both of you. Is that correct? Go ahead, Justo. Andale, andale. Arriba, arriba.
Yes, Your Honor, that is 100% correct.
So in order to prevent others from coming in and to come in with their favorite contractor, right? See?
Your Honor.
See? Caramba.
See.
I agree with that also, yes.
Pendejo.
Nodding his head, Your Honor.
Martin, you agree with Justo?
Yes, I agree 100%.
We appreciate your candor. Earlier, you were not too candid. Now you're candid.
Yes. And we are actually waiting for the second amendment of our contract so that we can deliver the motorcycle plates. We are waiting to deliver, but we cannot do it.
And if you're allowed to come in, then the plates will come in very fast. True or false?
Because we have these plates waiting to be delivered, but we are waiting for the second amendment of our contract, which is...
Simpler terms, kung walang pirma. Oh, I think you understand Tagalog, but I will say it in English. Without access to the digital signature, no other supplier can qualify to supply LTO. Yes or no? Mr. Secretary. Secretary of LTO, please answer. And the USEC, please take note. Tinatanong ko, very important, ha?
Yes, Your Honor.
So nobody can come in without you applying, agreeing to the digital signature. No other supplier can qualify to supply LTO, correct?
In the subsequent bidding, Your Honor, the interested supplier should be compliant with the terms. And
you know that.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman. Wala po kaming inaantay na delivery from OTS. Inaantay po namin yung doon nga sa JKG which was supposed to be the one awarded for the supply of the plates. And I think my understanding is that you participated in the succeeding bidding. However, as Mr. Martin is pointing us now, previously, sinabi niya, yung paggamit ng OTS to prove that they can comply with the requirement is that ginamit nila yung digital signature ng JKG.
Hindi makakakuha ang JKG na walang pirma yung UCH or the other way around. Is that correct?
The other way around, Mr. Chairman.
The other way around. Hindi makakakuha yung UCH ang walang pirma si JKG.
But initially, I don't know why Mr.
Answer my question, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right. So that means merong phalanx ang JKG na wala makakapasok Kung wala silang pahintulot, kahit na sabihin nyo, sasabihin nila, amin yan, hindi sila pwede pumasok. Tama o hindi?
Tama yun, Your Honor, but hindi po pareho yung pinag-uusapang pag-supply ng plaka dahil ito pong sinusupply ng JKG is previous contract. Yung pagpasok po ng oats is for the new supply of plates.
It doesn't matter, but they're gonna say they will have to use our technology, our proprietary rights to be able to supply LTO, correct? Yan ang hinihingi nila. Magbayad kayo doon sa aming ginamit na proprietary use. Proprietary creation. Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Gusto, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Martin, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor.
So there was a hedgerow. Do not enter unless you get JKG. So JKG had sway over a government agency, and the government agency has allowed a private entity to control, private agency called Trojan, to control the future of LTO in terms of plate numbers. Is that correct? Gusto?
Excuse me, Your Honor, that is not JKG.
Which one is
Yes,
it?
correct.
It is Trojan Tenius.
Trojan, that's what I mean. Sorry, Trojan. So in fact, it is like Greek mythology. The Trojans have come into LTO and they have captured LTO. In the middle of the night, the bowels of the horse came out with all their corruption. Is that correct? As in the Iliad, as in the Aeneid, correct?
Correct.
There you go. Those are big, big issues. And under the law, when the supplier fails to satisfactorily deliver goods under the contract within the specified delivery schedule, inclusive of duly granted time extensions, if any, the supplier shall be liable for damages for the delay and shall pay the procuring entity liquidated damages, not by way of penalty, on amount equal to 1/10 of 1% of the cost of the delayed goods scheduled for delivery for every day of delay until such goods are finally delivered and accepted by the procuring entity. Has anybody been penalized for that? No, sir, is the answer. Am I correct, sir?
Well, in fact, in 2014.
I'm not asking you, I'm asking the Secretary of LTO or the DOTR. No one has been fined.
Yes, Your Honor. Nobody has been penalized yet, Your Honor.
Is that because you have a coterie of people there who give you the wrong advice? Because I think you're an honest man, but marami kang nakapaligid dyan sa'yo. Tinuturuan ka ng palay-mali.
I'll check on that, Your Honor.
You better. Because this is dangerous for you. Because ignorance of the law, non excusat. Ignoratio legem, non legis, no excusat. Ignorance of the law does not excuse anyone.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Now, when the UTS contract was still alive, Martin, you're UTS, right?
I am JKG. Mr. Marcos is Uch.
Marco.
Yes, Your Honor.
Justo. Senor Justo. Marco is your first name, Marcos?
No, Your Honor. No, my honor. It's my second time already.
No, your first name is Marcos.
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry.
You know, a lot of people say, mabuhay si Marcos, pero baka mamatay ka rito.
My mother named me after your previous president. Yes.
Really?
Yes, that's
Your mother must have hated you when you were born.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just kidding. Anyway, when the UTS contract was still alive, they're asking LTO to allow them to use their own digital signature, and there was no reply.
That is correct, Your Honor.
They did not allow you because they never replied to you, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Marcos. Now, in addition to this, In other words, this places the contractors at the mercy of LTO. Would that be correct, Marcos? Es verdad. Es verdad. What about
That's
Mr.
it.
Martin?
Yes, that is correct. Without, we are at the mercy of the OMS of the LTO.
The international community to be surrounded by people who will prevent you from coming into a contract even if you're legitimately pursuing your contract? Did you try any corruption with LTO?
No, we did not, sir.
Justo, did you try it? So in other words,
No, Your Honor, never.
are you saying that if you had done that, you might have gotten permission? Dame tú, por favor, respondia. Justo.
Sorry, Your Honor. The last.
In other words, if you gave money, you might get the contract, right?
Right, Your Honor. But we never
Correct.
gave or offered any money.
And that is against the practice of international business, right?
Right, Your Honor.
And that makes the Philippines very unpopular for business, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
And that is why we're doing this, to correct all these things, correct?
Absolutely correct, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, this has been a comedy of errors. There have been two contracts, and the first contract tied up the second contract to JKG. You cannot move without JKG. So, the government was totally damaged by all this. Is that correct? Yeah, they cannot move without JKG.
Excuse me, not JKG, but
Without Trojan, I'm sorry. I correct myself. Without Trojan, they cannot move, correct?
Correct.
This is very embarrassing. Absolutely unacceptable. Did you want to say something, Mr. What's his name? From Giovanni Tan, an Italian Chinese guy?
Yes, yes, Sir Chairman. Yeah, just like to say that, you know, I think the basic system of LTO is an open system. So basically, in fact, right now, you see, they are using the system provided by UCH. So that's why right now the JKG plate is being used by LTO. So basically, it's not a closed system. That's why JKG is supplying plate to LTO right now.
And what are you saying? There's no illegality there?
Yes, sir.
Hindi makakapasok kung wala yun. Walang illegal doon? Sinagot na yan.
So,
I will ask Mr. Marcos, Justo, if the OMS is an open system, is it an open system? Anybody can come in?
During, Your Honor, during the time that we won the tender, it was a complete closed system.
It is a closed system. Cerrado. Answer. Is it an open system or a closed system?
Sir Chairman.
I'm asking him a question. Marcos.
Yes, Your Honor. I said during the time that we received the notice to proceed, it was a complete closed system. So
It was
no
a completely closed system, and that is illegal under the law. In the first place, the government should not be in a spot where they allow themselves to be hemmed in, closed out by a private corporation so that they cannot operate other contracts that may be beneficial to the public. Very simple. Even a grade 4 student will understand the inequality of such a proposal. May I ask Martin, is it the same? If the OMS is an open system to you?
Your Honor, when we started working with the OMS, it was a closed system. So the only way to deliver the plate was to initially use the digital signatures provided by Trojan Tunjus.
So they ask you to pay. Martin, Justo, how did they ask you to pay before you can get in, right?
Actually, that is a commercial transaction between two companies.
Who are the two companies?
Trojan Tunjus and JKG.
So if you went in and you represent JKG, right?
Right.
And you were willing to pay them, right?
I paid a royalty fee to use the digital signatures.
Even if they don't have the contract? You have the contract.
For
LTO. You have a contract with LTO, right?
Yes, for our existing contract from 2014.
So why should you pay JKG? Why should you pay Trojan?
Because that was the only way to use the digital signatures to get access to the OMS.
And of course, they made money out of you, right? Instead of the government making money, they made money out of you.
In fact, that is correct, yes.
That is correct. Thank you. I think we have heard enough. Now let me talk to another point. Will the Secretary of LTO please tell me when you're going to save people's lives by opening up the operation center where all the plate numbers of the motor vehicles and the cars can be placed out, so that if anything happens, you'll be able to know right away. If somebody loses the motor number, the plate number, they will know. You will know.
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, while you have not completed the command center, there is a temporary system being used by LTO where the reports are received and they are placed in the alarm system, so that when somebody reports to LTO that his plate number is lost or his motorcycle is stolen
or involved in a shooting,
this is accepted and placed under the alarm.
Involved in a shooting.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now let me ask you a question. I'm a senator of this country. I'm a very busy senator. I do everything. I try to get involved with a lot of things that are involved in our country's goodness. I don't know that system. There is no publicity on that system. Mabuti pa ang Red Cross nakalagay, dial 143. They may as well dial 143 and give us the number and we will call them for you. We don't know your number. Ba't di namin alam yan? Ba't di alam ng taong bayan yan? Sino sasagot dyan? Sinong in charge? Sinong responsibility dyan? And the answer is, sorry sir, we did not have any time to tell the public. The next question is, when are you going to open up the system that I demanded to be placed in the law? Quezon City has one. Red Cross has one. A lot of other cities have one. Why can't we not have in our LTO, which is the biggest money earner in our country? You will know who paid, who did not pay. You will know who lost and who did not lose. And you'll be saving a lot of people's life if somebody's killed. Why are we not doing that? Why are we dragging our feet? In PMA parlance, why are we not smart? Why are we not marching double time? Why are we not doing the job and making sure we get the objective done?
We are doing it, Your Honor. If I may be allowed, may we send some pictures of the progress in the construction of the command center, Your Honor.
The picture speaks 1,000 words, but if it is not done, it is not done. When are you going to finish it? And who is the contractor? Pray tell. Or are we going to investigate that contract again? Who is the
Your
contractor?
Honor, the contractor, the winning vendor, is a joint venture of the LDLA Marketing and Trading Incorporated, Data Center Design Corporation, and Sunwest Construction Corporation, Your Honor.
MBLA and then Design Center Corporation, and the third one is?
Sunwest Construction and Development Corporation, Your Honor.
Are they local contractors?
Yes, Your Honor. They are into a joint venture, Your Honor.
All right. Is there any sunshine? When are we going to find out? When are we going to inaugurate it? When are we going to let the people, pinagsisilbihan na kami ng bayan. Pagka nawalan ako, nasagasaan ako, ninakawan ako ng wallet o binali yung kamag-anak ko, pwede na akong tumawag kaagad at para mahuli yan.
The projected completion of the project, Your Honor, is middle of June 2021, Your Honor.
You know, I will show you a picture again for the uptin time because kailangan pinapaalala. Madaling makalimot ang tao eh. Pag binaril ang tao, dapat malalaman natin kagad kung sino ang bumaril. Tama? Marami tayong CCTV. Maraming testigo. Malalaman yan. Tama po ba yan?
Yes, Your Honor.
At meron pa kayo tinatawag na nilalagay doon sa loob ng motorsiklo. Di mo ba?
Yes, Your Honor. Kasama po sa plaka yung RFID.
Ito lang binaril. So, ang dami nating protection, right? Katulad ng binaril sa Isabela, yung binaril sa Pampanga. Dumaan lang yung motorsiklo, dinaanan yung matanda, sinete sila, tapos binalikan nila after 1 hour, binaril, pati police involved tuloy, kawawa naman. Do you have it or not? Huh?
That's going to be part of the system, Your Honor. And in fact, again, part of the command center will be the motor vehicle recognition system, Your Honor. So that from the images captured by CCTV, this can help us establish the identity of the owner of the involved motorcycle, Your Honor.
You remember I showed you the picture of the family going out of a school and then a motorcycle riding gunmen shot them, peppered their guns with automatic weapons, and then when they were able to escape, hinabol pa sila sa loob at pinagbabalo doon, tapos lumabas, sumakay sa motorsiklo, dumaan ng truck, dumaan ng mga tao, wala nakakita. Kung meron tayong command and control system, makikita yan. Tama o hindi? Are you gonna
Yes, Your Honor, makikita po.
Sino? Why don't you call them? Ayan, tingnan nyo. Susunod dyan iba. Ulitin ko ito for the uptin time. Naka-station wagon. Ayan, binabaril. Hold it. Binabaril. Sige, pakita nyo yung talagang pinulbos ng baril. Ayan, sige. Mag-anak yan. Tignan niyo yung pinto sa kanan, nababa yung mga tao. Bumaba, nakatakas. Yun, gumapang. Umalis na yung gunman. Kundi ba naman talagang hudas talaga yung mga yan. Binalikan pa, ayan, bumalik. Hinabol sa loob, pinagbabaril. May tricycle doon sa tabi. Kung ako investigador, General Sinas, di ba kukunin ko yung tricycle kagad? General Sinas?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, kasama po yan sa person of interest po namin, sir.
Bakit hindi natin nahuhuli yan? Tapos tumakbo na, ayun, lumakad na. Tapos may dumaan pang truck na malaki dyan. Sige, tanghalin tapat dyan. Tuloy nyo yung video. Sino ba may hawak nito? Ayan, may truck na sumunod. I'm sure we can pick up the truck and find out anong plate number niyan. At kung tayo ay may operation center, mahuhuli ang mga bumaril na yan. Tama o hindi?
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to help the police. I'm trying to help the public be safer. Or for that matter, Gino, nakahanda ka ba? Doon sa Pampanga. Sino na dyan? Gian, show the Pampanga issue. Pumatay kay Joseph Labonera. O ayan, sino yan? Yan ba yung si Labonera? O sige. Ayan o. Nasa checkpoint, tanghaling tapat. Dumadaan ang motorsiklo. May kasamang barangay tanod. Meron pa isang motor. May isang kotse. May dumaan ng motor uli. Lumabas yung si Labonera. Tumayo. Biglang dumating ngayon yung motorsiklo. Ayan, may dumadaan bisikleta. Nasa likod. Binaril siya point blank. Binaril lang binaril. Tapos dilipat yung baril sa kanang kamay. Ayan, binaril. O, anong ginawa? Binaril yung isang barangay tanod. Tumatakbo, ayun. Habang binabaril. Case unsolved. Ayan. Tingnan, naghihikahos yung barangay na isa. Ayan, o, gumagapang. Babarilin pa. Nakatakas. Walang plate number, hindi nahuli. May plate number. Sipikado siguro. Eh kung meron tayong motorcycle, yung command center, mahuhuli kaya yan? Tanghaling tapat? O maghihirap na lang yung tao. Alam nyo, kaya ako napunta sa politika, binaril ang tatay ko. 4 na beses pinagtatangkaan. Ako'y nag-abogado dahil doon. Kaya lahat ng binabal dito sa ating bayan, galit ako. Nagpi-privilege speech ako. May binaril na dyan sa Batangas, nahuli dahil sa privilege speech ko. May binaril na National Mental Hospital. Kilala ko, binigyan ko pa ng tulong sa COVID. Wala pang 1 linggo, binaril siya sa kanto, nahuli. Yung kanyang administrator, nahuli. Dahil may nakuha tayong plate number. May babae galing doon sa ombudsman, bumaba siya. Pumunta siya doon sa tindahan, binaril siya. Ayan. Ayan yung MCMH, napakabata pa. Shot dead in Quezon City. How many more are we going to suffer? I want to tell all the policemen in this country, they will all retire. All of us will retire, and you will be naked to people who will kill you unless you take a bite out of crime. My whole record is replete. Mayroon akong People's Law Enforcement Boards. Ginawa ko numero ko dyan. Numero ko, kinukulong ko ang mga pulis sa salbahe. Demanda niyo ako, kako. Kukulong ko kayo, papakita ko sa publiko. Walang nagdemanda sa akin because alam nila tama yung ginagawa ko. Marami akong kinulong. At sasabihin ko sa inyo, nung may binaril sa DOT, tinawagan ko siya naglipay, hinohold up yung mga turista, nahuli namin. Nung isang batang babae na anak ng Muslim at saka Christian, nagtuturo sa UP, binaril sa may heart center, inagaw yung kanyang bag, nakipaglibing pa ako doon, pinahuli ko, nahuli. Yung taxi driver na galing sa Caloocan. Yan, wala pang LTO yan. Wala pa nung tinatawag natin Command and Control Center. Kung may Command and Control Center tayo, meron yan. Galit ako! Kasi kung mangyari sa inyo yan, hahabulin ko rin yan. Hindi na ba tayo nasashock? So when are you gonna finish it? When can you give me a date?
Mr. Chairman, the projected completion is June of this year, Mr. Chairman.
June. Shall we say June 12 para Independence Day?
June 18, Mr. Chairman.
June 18, the day before Rizal was born, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, you better sumpa mo sa harapan ng puntod ni Rizal. Dali mo ang LTO, humarap kayo doon sa ating luneta at isumpa nyo. Lahat kayo sumampa doon na matatapos nyo yan para mabuhay ang taong Pilipinas. Mabigat na talaga ako magsalita because parang nobody cares anymore in this country. Commonplace. People are dying. Nobody is doing anything about the people who are dying with COVID. We try in the Red Cross. We have hospitals now being built. We have isolation centers being built. But if we do not all work hard, kung di natin pagtutulong-tulungan katulad ng Ateneo, Lasal, UP, Adamson, mga tao, pinagtulong-tulong tayo at nagagawa lahat ng isolation center, masosolve natin yan. Kung kayo lang ang gagawa sa LTO, walang mangyayari. Kailangan magsama ang tao at ang leader para lumabas ang galing ng Pilipino. Kailangan magsama-sama tayo. Isama natin lahat ng tricycle driver, isama natin lahat ng jeepney driver, isama nyo lahat ang may-ari, at pag may nangyari na involve ang tricycle, kukunin yung tricycle niya, kukunin yung jeep niya, dahil nagkamali siya sa pagpili niya na kailangan extraordinary diligence in the selection of their drivers and their vehicles. Is that correct, Professor Yebra from Zambeda?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
So let's get this done. June 18, I will call another hearing on June 19 or 20 para malaman kung tapos yan. And may God help your soul if you cannot finish it. All right. I have not even started yung ibang hearing. We will have another hearing. Ito na naman yung hearing nyo dun sa kwan. Sa malalaking ginagawa nyo na parang yung ginagawa doon sa luneta ngayon na naglalagay ng white sand habang namamatay ang tao. Pwede naman gamitin yung white sand na yun sa isang buwan o 2 buwan pag wala ng COVID, gamitin sa gamot ng mga tao. Ito ngayon, ngayon gagawin na naman natin iba. Ito kailangan natin gawin para mabuhay ang tao. Now let me ask you, is Rene Banson there on the line? Rene Banson, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Who are you? Tell me who you are.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm Rene Banson. I'm the Executive Director of Data Bridge Asia.
And what is it that you want to say to the committee now?
Well, I just wanted to report that through the initiative of Asek Galvante and his leadership and the support extended by the DOTR, we were able to automate the online submission of documents for the registration of brand new vehicles. And we started this sometime in September as a pilot test among selected dealers. And hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. And after its successful pilot test, we launched last January 16, 2020.
What is your point? You could have saved this whole thing?
Yeah,
because
well,
you were able to do this for a car, for brand new cars, and you cannot solve the whole problem of millions of people without their plate numbers. Is that what you're saying? You're the savior? You're Michael Archangel?
We're just one of the avenues that will allow LT Hope to have and the PNP to have more data about the vehicle. And we're hoping that we could speed up the registration process so that the plate numbers can be issued right away.
And what do you think is wrong? Why can't they not do it now?
Your Honor, I'm not privy to the problems of the plates.
Well, you must. Otherwise, I will stop you.
Okay, apparently there has been efforts to make the plates available, and in fairness to the current supplier, so far every time we're able to register a car, a corresponding plate is issued to the motor vehicle or to the motorcycle.
I'm sorry, Rene. I'm sorry, Rene. I was asked that you were going to come up with something that is important. But you're telling me the LTO is good. I cannot agree with that. 10 years, my friend. 10 years. Wala tayong plate number. And you're going to say they're good just because you were able to do one? Sorry.
No,
your time is lost now.
Your Honor, what I was hoping to achieve in this session, sir, is to try to complete the ecosystem of the registration process, which includes the PNP. And in fairness to General Sinas, we wrote him a letter to hopefully...
Excuse me, this is the time, not the time for lobbying with your company. If you want to do that, write a letter to them. Do not lobby in my committee. I'm sorry, I don't recognize you anymore. I'm a bit upset, all right? This is not a lobbying opportunity for anybody here. I'm looking and investigating as to why we're not able to help our people, why we burden our people with difficult things to be able to get their plate number, their certificate of registration, to make them safe in their homes, to make them safe in the streets. And I don't need you to tell me they're good. I know Secretary Galvante is good sometimes. I know that he is very bad sometimes. But when you are do wrong, we will call it a spade a spade. We'll call it strike.
With
So I'm done. Excuse me. I don't no longer recognize you. Now we're now going to go to proceed. Is there anything else, Director General? Kimbo? I have one question kay General Sinas. General Sinas, this has gone out of whack. We have COVID. We have all kinds of problems, high prices. We have all kinds of problems, unemployment. And the last thing we need is a disorderly situation where you have a lot of people coming out with false news like the Army and the PNP are about to conduct a coup. We don't need that. And the only way you can stop that is the Sinas. Papakita nyo yung sinag ng araw ni Sinas para lumiwanag at mawala lahat yung mga kalokohan dito sa mga pulis.
Thank you very much, sir. We acknowledge, sir, yung challenges po namin, but the PNP continued to enforce the law at we are coordinating with the other government agencies para po magsama-sama, sir. So yung
Very
mga...
recently, sir, there were 2 policemen who fired their firearm. They're not
Yes.
even from the place in Nueva Ecija. They come from Manila and they come from another one. Imagine a policeman, 2 of them, firing their firearm in Nueva Ecija. That is out of line, sir.
Yes, sir. We have already investigated that case, sir. And na-disarmahan na po, nag-report na po yung regional director po
Immediately
ng
remove
case.
them.
Yes,
You
sir.
should ask for a bill that will immediately grant the power of removal to you. I don't care about due process for these people. When they kill people, they don't give due process. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a lawyer. Give them due process, the minimum, and if they cannot answer, remove them. The
Yes,
people
sir.
have a right. We give you a gun, we give you a uniform, we pay you to protect us. But if you cannot protect us, you must be removed right away because you are a menace to our country. And I'm not referring to you, I'm referring to the policemen involved in all these
Yes.
crimes and shenanigans.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. But for us, sir, we have already followed the procedure, sir. Kasi mahirap naman, sir, kung sana, sir, ma-amend nga yung...
You know, I'll tell you, sir.
Yes,
I know
sir.
what you're going to say because I'm a lawyer like you. You're a
Yes,
lawyer,
sir.
right?
No, sir. Just a student.
But I'll tell you, I understand due process.
Yes,
But
sir.
when I
Thank
was
you very much, sir.
when I was a lawyer in Olongapo, mas
Thank you, sir.
minabuti pa nga ikulong ko na kaagad ang pulis. And then tell him, you either go to jail volunteer or I file a case against you and you will be removed. And then you apologize to the people na sinampal mo dahil siningil ka o tinulak mo o binalasuwas mo. And you know what? People believe right away. People want quick action. And in the case of the police, the patience of the people must be based on the fact of the social contract theory. We give you a firearm. You can lord it over us. You can shoot us. You can enter our homes with a warrant. That is a privilege of the policeman. But when a policeman becomes rogue, even if he is an officer, you take him out. And it is up to you to come out as your swan song, to come out with a very quick way upon which you can remove people who will kill lawyers, judges, justices, priests, ordinary citizens, balut vendors, market vendors. That is something that we must do. That should be your legacy, sir. And I would like to ask you to do that and maybe come out, and I'll be the one to sponsor this as Committee on Justice.
Thank you, sir. We will do that, sir. Yes, sir.
Please do that. I will expect
sir.
that from you.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we go back in session in about a month. Give it to me so I can practice it. And the first thing I do when I get back there is, apart from submitting the report on this situation, you will give me a report on how you can make all these things in the National Police Com and the Police Department faster. And if any policeman fools around, you should have what they call in the Navy as a captain's mass, where the captain is allowed without due process to punish a policeman right away or a sailor right away.
Sure.
Use your imagination.
Yes, sir.
It's called non-judicial punishment. Try and take a look at that. Pag nakita nila yon, non-judicial punishment, nagloko ka, nanampal ka, kulong ka. Non-judicial punishment. Wala nang due process doon. Magdemanda sila hanggang gusto nila. Bakit ang tao ang magdedemanda pag pinatay sila? Ang dapat i-demanda, yung police. Dahil yung police dapat magpaliwanag. I'm sorry. I am a fan of the police. Nung ako ang chairman ng police department sa Olongapo, panalo palagi ang police, ang city, as the best peace and order council in the whole country. Pero ngayon, nakikita ko, ang daming katarantaduhan, ang daming pinapatay, ang daming involvement ng police sa drugs, and I can't understand why we cannot fix that. And that is why I said, I wrote a prologue or a preface in the Constitutional Convention in 1950. And I said this, and I will say this for the last time. I was against the creation of a national police system because once it becomes corrupt, the corruption is total. I'd rather give it back to the mayors, masisisi pa yung mayor, mananagot sila sa eleksyon. But if you don't do that, I will fight for that and take away the national police system and put it back to the mayor, and we will just have a federal police or a national police that will help take care of heinous crimes such as bank robberies and murders. I think that's a better system. So please, General Sinas, I have the highest respect for you. Kahit na tinitira ka, na minanyanita ka, hindi ako abangal doon. Maliit na bagay sa akin yan. Ang malaking bagay pag namamatay at hindi natin sinosolve. Bakit ka kagagalitan? Ganun naman sa atin eh. Nagsisip-sip lahat yung tao natin. Nagmamanyanita. Pagkasisisihin doon. Sisisihin kita dahil napapabayaan mo yung mga pulis. Kung hindi sila nahuhuli, nag-aabuso sila, sisisihin kita. That's just me. I'm just an ordinary citizen. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. At noted po, sir. At gagawin po namin. At yung hiningi niyo po yung data, sir, ay kasama ko po yung staff namin dito, sir. Ay pipilitin namin mabuo po yung request nyo at isasubmit po namin, sir.
I love your humility. Teach the people, the police, that they are humble. In England, before they had no guns and they were respected. Teach the people to be respected. In Subic, I told them they have to be respected. That's why one mistake, they're out. And they were respected. Walang gulo nung araw sa Subic. So we can do that, sir, if you want to. Kung makakatulong ako, I will help you. If you want me to speak to the policeman, I will speak. And I've done that before. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
If there are any other things that we have not taken up, Director General Kimbo?
Your Honor, Your Honor, you've completed the questions as we had prepared for, Your Honor.
Yeah. So in other words, there's nothing else to talk about. We can make a decision, right?
Yes, Your Honor. You can make a committee report, Your
And
Honor.
we've discussed this before. We know what happened, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And as we say, let the cards fall where they may. And let justice be done though the heavens fall.
Yes, Your Honor. Fiat justitia ruat celem.
That's what I like about you. You know, cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. Thank you very much. Thank you all for attending. I will now suspend it muna so that in case there's something else that might come out, we can still call you. But we will write the decision now. Session is suspended with my thanks to all. And those of you who have done something wrong, you can still make up and tell us the real McCoy, the truth, because that is what we need in this country. Thank you very much. God bless you. Mabuhay kayo lahat. Mabuhay ang Pilipino. We respect you until you lie. Thank you very much. Session is suspended.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.